Oh yeah. Hey, so I wanted to make a video talking about the differences between sodium hydroxide and potassium hydroxide for cleaning up grease. It's come off as a little bit of a lecture and preachy, so I thought I'd explain it a bit first beforehand. If you're a power washer, you're gonna get asked to clean up oil and grease. There's a difference between motor oil that's dripped on a drive-through, for instance, and food grease, those dark streaks coming out of fast food restaurant doors. One of them, the food grease, requires saponification, so you gotta make a high pH solution, put it on there, it breaks it down into soap and glycerin. The other one, you need a solvent and a surfactant, so the motor oil drips, solvent and surfactant, completely different process. Today I'm talking about food grease and food streaks. So if you're at a restaurant, you'll see those dark streaks coming from that. That's what I'm talking about today. This is high-level power washing stuff. It might be a bit above what you're used to. I've evolved now to the point from using commercial products to solve this to making my own bulk mixes. Even if you're not there yet, just listen to the video, get an idea of kind of what I'm talking about, and maybe you can get just a little glimpse of the chemistry that's kind of behind what we do. You can see some footage of me cleaning up a compactor area at a casino. The grease is just beautifully coming off. If what you're trying to do is not looking like that, you got to get back to the basics. You got to learn a bit more about the chemistry, put the right product on, give it a long enough dwell time, use some heat to remove it, and you won't be pulling out your hair trying to get a grease cleanup job done. That's all I want to do with this video, is just go into the differences between using sodium hydroxide and potassium hydroxide. If you have any questions about this stuff, leave me a comment and we'll figure it out. All right, thanks. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Cheers. In commercial pressure washing, sodium hydroxide and potassium hydroxide are the two heavyweights for grease remediation. Both are strong, high pH alkalis, but using the wrong one can cost you hours of extra labor. Today, we're breaking down the exact chemical differences between sodium hydroxide and potassium hydroxide and showing you when to use each on the job site. Both chemistry types work through saponification, the process of converting insoluble organic fats and triglycerides into water-soluble soap. However, the cation makes a massive difference in the result. Sodium hydroxide creates sodium-based soaps, which tend to be firmer, harder, and slower to dissolve during rinsing. Potassium hydroxide, on the other hand, creates potassium-based soaps, the same chemical basis as liquid soaps. Potassium soaps dissolve instantly in water, making rinsing significantly faster and preventing sticky chemical residue from trapping new dirt. The second key difference is solubility. Potassium hydroxide is nearly twice as soluble in water as sodium hydroxide. That means you can dissolve much higher concentrations of KOH in water without the chemical dropping out of solution or crystallizing on cold concrete. If you're working in colder climates, early morning shifts, or on thick, cold grease slabs, KOH maintains its reactivity far better than NaOH. On this casino compactor pad, we put both to the test. On the upper section with the lighter surface grease, we used F18, a reliable sodium hydroxide formulation. It broke the organic film cleanly and rinsed easily. But on the lower section, under the compactor lip, where the grease was inches thick, we switched to a custom bulk potassium hydroxide mix. The KOH liquefied the heavy animal fats almost immediately, saponifying the deep grease layer without requiring repeated aggressive passes. So, which one should you stock on your rig? Sodium hydroxide is the industry standard for a reason. It's lower cost, widely available, and perfect for 80% of routine commercial maintenance. Potassium hydroxide costs more per pound, but when you're facing thick animal fats, cold weather, or tight job site deadlines, the time saved in dwell and rinsing more than pays for the chemical costs. Now I actually want to quickly mention something. You can see me here cleaning aluminum diamond plating. This actually needs sodium metasilicate, a completely different product. Don't put a hydroxide, don't put an acid on aluminum, it'll cause white etching. I carry both of these bulk ingredients on my rig and I use them as the job requires. Which hydroxide do you rely on for your commercial jobs? Drop your questions in the comments below.